And good evening to everybody. Here we are again on Pattaya Beach Live. Guys, can you just tell me if you can hear me? Because I had some issues with my microphone a little bit earlier and it's starting to rain again. This nearly never happened. I was going to do it in the room. Can you hear me okay? Or am I talking to myself? Hi, Andy Clark. Hi, Super Nice. Hi, Whoopie Nance. I'm not going to go back on all the old chats because I don't want to be touching the screen. I'll probably actually end the stream by accident. So I just need at least one person to say they can hear me okay. Right, sound is perfect, silent. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so what's been happening this last week, this last few days? We've had a lot of rain. I nearly didn't come out here tonight. I set it all up in the room. I had a couple of competitions lined up, but I've got a bit of a moaning mini underneath me, a guy who moved in, and keeps complaining about my chair moving. So I went out to one of these DIY shops today, and I bought myself some, these things you stick under the chairs, try and stop him moaning because he keeps complaining I'm always scratching around on my chair. But anyway, if you've just joined the stream, good to have you in. I'll say hi to the people who have come in a bit later because, like I said, I don't want to touch the screen and go back. So hi to Clive Allen, 971. Yes, we can hear you. That's good. Poodle Master, go talk to people. Yeah, I will. Let me settle down because there's a lot of a certain race down here today, and there is a lot of them. And I want to kind of move away because they kind of like hover around me. Just interested to see what I'm doing. Mickey Berkshire, how you doing? All right, so let me just get my breath. So what's been happening? So yeah, up until about 20 minutes ago, we've had a lot of rain again. It went away for a couple of weeks, and then it was kind of raining for about an hour here and there. And but it's just like a lot of the time now. And I wanted to come out here. I didn't want to sit in the room because even just walking along the beach is more interesting than me sitting in a room with them pink walls. And it's been raining, so I thought, well, if I go outside, where can I go? Because you can't go and sit in a bar because obviously the music in the background is going to be copyrighted. And then if you silence the music and dub it well, it wouldn't be a live stream, would it? So I've literally just taken the decision 15 minutes ago to come out, which I'm glad I have done. And yeah, I'm having a walk down the beach. Let's call this stream the Find, what was her name last week? Do you remember? Joy and Co. I don't know if she'll be out tonight. That nice older lady who was sitting down here last week. Mind you, from where I am, I can't see a lot. What I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on along the beach here because there's a lot of guys walking along the pavement there. There's a few girls. I just want to get past this big bunch of people, these guys, and then I'll move on to the beach side. Hard tulip, pink walls. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The hotel I'm in, they've stuck, they're painted all the rooms pink. And I'm trying to, I've got some different glasses on tonight because I'm trying to hold this a bit further away so you see more of what's on in the background. Now, guys, I will lose the signal because I've got 5G, but as I'm walking, there are different, some locations are better than others. So obviously, if it goes, just hang on in there. I will be back, as they say. Right, let me pull this in a bit. I'm going to go up here. But the problem is, what happens is when I walk past the girls, they turn away because they think I'm filming them, and obviously I'm not. But we'll stick with it. At least it's not raining. Hi to Nick as pink and peach are calming colours. Well, to be honest with you, Nick, they don't really calm me. They kind of wind me up a little bit. When you sit there, I spend a lot of time in the room. Glenn Passamore, is it? Hi, Peter. Long time, yeah. Nearly 200 in the stream now. Good to see you in, guys. I spent a little bit of time with Damon down here. He's here. And bumped into one or two other YouTubers along the way. Hi, Black Bolt. How you doing? Be careful. Further up you go. The girls are a little different. Well, we had a few on camera last week. There's one in front of me here on the left. She's just turned her back on me because she thinks I'm... You see, the thing is, when you walk along with a selfie stick, they think that you're filming them, so they'll turn away. That's fair enough. They don't want this. People who know them. Let me cross over the road there. There's a big 7-Eleven here, a new one. A lot of light there. Let me stand over there for a while. Kevin Sutherland, good morning, Peter and everyone. Doing okay in the morning here in Australia? Yeah. Poodle Master, did you cross paths with Eddie? Eddie who? I haven't really crossed. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've crossed paths with a lot of viewers this week, which has been really good. Let's go somewhere. Where isn't? Yeah, so I don't want to start naming names. Is that what's going to happen? Hang on. Just drop the mic out my hands. I've met a lot of people and a lot of nice people, and I don't really want to start naming names because with my memory, you know what I'm like, I'll forget. And you know, some people get offended if you don't mention them. But to all the guys I've met down here since I've been here, it was good to meet you, good to have a few beers. A couple of guys bought me lunch, which wasn't necessary, but thank you anyway. They know who they are. Keenok, Peter, live from the Coconut Bar. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going here. I'll get mugged on up here. George Colley, flying to Thailand tomorrow. Well, George, let's hope you miss the rain because it's been awful. We had a couple of good weeks with no rain. Um, but look, you know, if I show you look, it's wet. It's been raining all evening actually. So luckily, I mean, it's just luck for me that I start the stream at midnight and the rain has actually stopped. In fact, right up until where I nearly just before I started, it was spitting, but it's okay now. Right, let's get back on the beach side. Poodle Master, Mr. Okay. Right, just over 200 of the stream now. Good to have you in, guys, if you've just joined me. I don't know how long this will go on for, because obviously the rain's a major play. But as I said, at the moment, it's okay. And if you look behind me there, they've got these gangs of roving guys walking around. You know? I try and get as much as... I haven't bought my gimbal yet. I was planning to buy a gimbal, and I didn't buy it yet. And the good thing about a gimbal is, you know, you don't have to manually touch your camera to turn it. There's buttons on the actual gimbal itself, so you can be walking. I can be walking along like this, just touch a button, and it'll flick the camera around. Again, yeah. So Sunday night, it's still. I tell you what, it's still busy down here for a Sunday night, but it's just gangs of guys. You know, there is freelancers down here, but there's lots of gangs, and I do mean big gangs of guys, up to 10 people. Look, let me just turn the camera around, look behind me, if you can see them in the background there. And there's lots of them. I mean, a real lot. Poodle Master, oh my God, loads of them. They hunt in packs. Shinria, yes, Pete. I mean, I'm not being derogatory to any one race, or I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. And I haven't mentioned any race, but I'm just saying there is one particular group here at the moment, and they are here in their masses. I was watching another YouTuber the other day, or today, or sometime recently. He was saying there wasn't many of them here. I don't agree with that at all. Don't want to be argumentative, but there are a lot of them. Right, who else we got? Is it Carbon Mike? What's the temperature like, Peter? It's hot. You can see I'm sweating a bit. Mr. Skills 123. Are there gangs of guys up to no good? They're not really up to no good. What it is, you know, they've got limited funds. Their companies send them out here for a trip to Pattaya, and you know, they don't really have the money to go out into bars and nightclubs and stuff like that. But they're here and they don't want to sit in their rooms. So what they do, they go out in like a group and they just wander up and down the seafront here, talking to the girls. I don't know if they're negotiating or what they're doing, but you know. Matthew, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're feeling better, Peter, and you're able to have a few whiskies tonight. Well, that's the only thing when you're out and about. I can't drink because I've got a motorbike. I'm going to get back it's about 20 minutes back to the hotel, but I don't mind. Believe it or not, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like a drink. I was hoping to get Damon and his girlfriend Keo on here tonight because, as I say, Damon, you know, he's a moderator and he's out here visiting his girlfriend at the moment. And we had a brilliant night out. I was with Steve from Yours Travels. We were in Tritan. So there was Damon, his missus, Yours Travels, Steve. We're with the female owner of the bar. She's about 50, great laugh. She owns 2 bars down Treetown. And, you know, we were there till about 2 o'clock in the morning having a good time. And I don't know where they are today. I did message Damon and say, where are you? And he sent me a picture of the inside of a bar. And I sent a message back and said, well, at least if I'd been in every single bar in Pattaya, I might have a clue where you are, but I haven't heard from him. So I'm sure he's having a nice time. Mark Santoro, you're gone. Have a look. Gang, okay. I don't want to say where from. Gonzo, they go on holiday with that money. Well, they got limited funds, haven't they? J.E., looking forward to being back in a couple of months. Alexander's a great evening. And guys, if I've missed your comments at the beginning, I don't want to touch the screen too often because I'll throw myself out the stream. It's very humid. What it is, because it's Although it's raining, it's very humid. Look, try and look over my back, guys, behind me. Hang on. Wow. Blue top there. Right. Thomas Frederico, is it? Yeah, feeling better from the flu. There's a lot of that out here at the moment as well. What it is something called the super flu going around. I mean, I got it. I've still got it actually. I've had it for over a week, but it's not. It's not COVID. I tested myself. Well, at least I come up negative. But a lot of people have got this flu. Just have a look over my shoulder there, guys. If you're thinking of coming here, yeah. Um, can I turn this round? I was going to try and turn the count. No, I'll leave it. I'll probably turn it off. All right. Colin Moore, hi Peter. Woohoo, back in the action. Great 9 days for me. Time to go slow. Yeah. Glenn Passamore, you look like you're being chased. Well, I don't know about that. Well, sometimes you do wish you were single, you know what I mean? Right. Okay, let's see what else was going. Oh, it'd be nice to bump into Joy and her mate. Do you remember the lady last week? I gave them a couple of $100 each. They're a bit on the older side. They hadn't had much luck. She's actually a roommate. She comes down here at night, just tries her luck. I believe her. She wasn't that lucky last week. It'd be nice to bump into her again. Yeah, you'll see over my shoulder, right? I mean, it's just look over my shoulder. They've got just as much right to be here as anyone else, haven't they? Right, why have we got that on screen? Let's get that off. Right. Mr. Skills, 123. Marijuana stories getting pretty common down there. Is it marijuana? John. So small this one. I found him. John Berkeley, is it? Hops is a good place, Peter. Yeah. Richard Woody, hello, Peter and the lads. Clive, holy crap. JE's friendly lads. Yeah. I'll tell you what it is. I think I mentioned this before. When you're on the beach road side of it, it's really, really touristy. Like, I know we're tourists, but we're kind of like long-term tourists. We've been coming here a long time. And what it is, the old Tahitian Queen behind me there. Look, you can see the sign. What it is, on this side of the second road, it's all kind of groups. And I suspect when the Chinese come back, they'll be down here as well in their groups, head grabs. And it really is like tourism town here. They're just walking about in big groups, not really spending any money anywhere. And if you go on the other side of the second road, Soy Bacau and all those kind of places, then obviously it's just different. It's a different vibe. Oh, good to see the Tahitian Queen still up and rocking. I can't go in there, but I'll try and get the old sign up in the background there. Yeah, it looks pretty lively. Yeah, what was saying about the gimbal, guys? I promise I'll get a gimbal. It's not that I haven't got the money to get one. I have now, but I just haven't been sort of asked to go to the mall and get one. But I should do really, because it'd make the stream so much better. And the one thing that would make it a lot better was I'll be able to turn the camera by just pressing a button on the handle on the stick here, and then when it's safe to do so, I can just give you a kind of forward view. Right, Jay East. Lost you. Where are we? Jay East, a friend from India mentioned it's only $200 US for them to fly to Thailand and a couple of hours flight. Brilliant. Yeah, but what it is, a lot of them, their companies give them one trip a year. So what they do, they work in a big kind of office factory, whatever it is. And I suppose a lot of them are middle management. And from what I understand, the company pay for one trip a year and they're allowed to pick where they want to go. And a lot of them, for obvious reasons, like to come to Pattaya. And so that's what it is. But obviously, you know, it's got this reputation of being cheap here, hasn't it? But, you know, it's not so cheap because there is a lot to spend your money on. Right, guys, let me just take a slurp of this. It's really humid, actually. All right, hang on. Oh, glad I didn't forget that. There's a few ladies around here. I've got about another 10 days now. I made a video the other day. I've got my Thai driving licenses. That was quite a feat. So, you know, I've got my long-term visa. I've got my Thai driving licenses and everything, my bank account. So I've kind of had enough down here now. I've been here 6 weeks. My original visa of 45 days ran out yesterday. But obviously that's all academic now because I've got the long-term 15-month visa. I'm just stating the case that I've been here 40. This is my 46th day, and out of 6 weeks, 5 of them have been in Pattaya. I didn't really plan to stay this long, but I've got all my things done now. So when I come, I haven't had a text from my wife. You know, she's living in my house. I'm paying for the electric and everything, council tax. Not even a text, how you doing? But what can you do? Uh, Clive, okay. JE's, I want to be careful. I don't want to name sort of races or anything like that. Right, JE's, how are things on Soy 7? Stayed at Blackwoods. Yeah, that's a nice hotel. I seen that opposite where I was staying. I was staying in the Flipper Lodge. Very nice, very nice. Um, right, let's wander on down here. It's getting a bit sleazier down here now. Let me try and get some of these girls in the picture. There you go. Oh, haven't seen our two friends yet. It's amazing how many of the girls, when you walk past with a camera, it's amazing how many of them they're standing looking over the road, and they turn their back on you. You know, obviously they don't. They think I'm filming them. Well, I suppose I am in a way. Right. Let me have a little rest and sit down here. I found somewhere to sit. Oh, I mean, it's nice. It's nice. Ah, it is nice being down here on the beach, but the problem is you get really sweaty walking around. Let me just set this down and we'll have a little chat. There we go. Um, right. That's not too bad. Um, it's not quite tall enough, my stand, yeah, put it like that. Okay. Oop, I'll have to hold it. It's going to keel over. Stephen Hills, hi there, Peter and chat. Just joined the stream. Okay, well, we've only been gone about 20 minutes. Just taking a breather. Clive, there's that English bloke with the camera again. Is that me? Paul Hoskin, turn their backs on me as well as I didn't even have a camera. Well, yeah, it's probably telling them your jokes, Paul, along the way. So let's talk about Pattaya a little bit. Pattaya. I got told off today for calling it Pattaya. It's for me. I I listen to what other people say on YouTube and stuff like that, but I can only tell you what I observed myself. I can give you my own opinions, but I honestly think it's pre-pandemic. It's back to normal. It's very busy. It really is. And you go over to Soy Buakhao. I mean, it's absolutely rocking over there. Really, really busy. Okay, the soys on this side of the second road, like 7 and 8. I don't want to walk up them because every YouTuber and his brother's done it. But the soys on kind of 7 and 8 and 9, all the way up here, they're not. I don't think they're quite as busy as they used to be. There's a lot of bars have gone out of business. But I think what that's got a lot to do with, I don't think it's so much that the people aren't coming here because it is very busy. I think what it is, I think there's just so many entertainment venues, so much choice now. It's kind of watered it down a bit. Before you didn't have all that stuff on the other side of the second road. It was just you had the beach road, you had all the soys that go off the beach road, and you had Walking Street. Walking Street now it's kind of like a nightclub street almost. It's all nightclubs along there. It's all neon, and yeah, I just think there's the Thais have just been opening up new venues. Just too many, really. I mean, there's too many. I mean, there's a lot of people here, but there's also a lot of there's a lot of venues. Somebody said to me last week, "You look like you're on the run because you keep looking around everywhere when you're talking." But the reason for that is I'm aware of my surroundings, and the reason I keep looking here and there is I want to see if there's anything interesting. Because if I see something really interesting, then I'll run over with a camera. I'm just looking at the chat at the moment. Right, Mara, the tourist numbers say they are many Russians now. Well, do you know what? It's funny you should say that because you'd think there wasn't any of them here because of what's going on with Ukraine and everything. But there is a lot of younger guys, a lot of young Russian guys here, and I can't work out why that is. When I was last here, well, when pre-COVID, I just don't want this thing to go over. It's a bit unsteady. Yeah, pre-COVID, it was mainly the Russians were families, families. But now it's there's a lot of young Russian guys here, so I don't know what that's about. Solar Life Portugal, you should try Canterbury for a bit of a change, Pete. It is cooler and cheaper up north and really interesting. Yeah, I went there, didn't I, in December? When I was there in December, I went there. It was very nice. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of traveling because I'm here now. I've got to change my ticket again, but I'm here till the end of January. I'm only going to stay here another week, 10 days. I am actually bored with it now. I've been here 6 weeks. It's too long. Solar life in Portugal. The young Russians are avoiding military service. Okay, good point. Yeah, can't blame them. Yeah, because a lot of them have run away, haven't they? If we're to believe what we hear in the media. Thailand again. Young Russians avoid conscription. Okay, so you're saying the sort of same thing. Um, I'm paranoid that this is going to go over. Hang on. Mark Hanley head up to Laos. Yeah. Well, that's something I want to do when I actually live here. So far, um, what's happened? I haven't had any bad news on my house yet. Um, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Hang on. Yeah, I haven't had any bad news on my house yet. Kind of put me off a little bit there. So I think that's going through, hopefully. And yeah, I'm hoping. I'm now hoping. I mean, I've kind of got a date in my head that I'll be out here, kind of January, February, something like that. Hopefully, but I don't want to live down here in Pattaya. It's a wild west down here. It's okay for a bit of a holiday, but it's not for me. Not long term, anyway. James Casey, how you doing? I did see your comments earlier, James, but I didn't want to go. You know, when I'm in the on the PC, I can go back with a mouse. I don't want to touch this because a couple of weeks ago I chucked myself out the stream. Dave Wilshaw, the Russians are escaping avoiding. Yeah, I never thought of that. Everybody's saying the same thing now. Paul Hoskins said that was cheeky. Well, she looked a bit cheeky, didn't she, Paul? That's why I turned the camera around. Um, I'll do a walkabout in a bit. It's just nice sitting here. There's no air. That's the problem. We've had some nights you get a bit of air, but there's no air. That's what I'm looking at over there. Look, you see the old laser going and the patio sign. I was up there yesterday with a motorbike doing the old tourist bit. Okay. Who else we got in? Jace, where do you think you would prefer to live in Thailand? Well, I'm gonna live in Bangkok, Jay, because let me just I'm gonna live in Bangkok because the problem is when you live in a place like Pattaya, it just feels like you're on holiday all the time. It's a party town, and there is a lot of guys who live here, and they've done it the right way, and they don't go out every night to the bars, but it's just temptation, isn't it? And if it's there in front of you, if you're on a diet and somebody puts a beef burger in front of you, it's hard not to eat it, isn't it? Whereas if the beef burger isn't there, then you won't. You're not tempted. And not only that, if I'm based in Bangkok, it's very easy to get down to Pattaya. It's very easy to get down to Hua Hin. What my plan is over the next coming weeks, I've paid. I wish I hadn't. I wish I could go now. But I've paid the hotel until about. I think it's the 29th or the 30th of this month. I'm paid up till, and then so another 10 days. And then I'm going to go to Bangkok for about 10 days. And then what I plan to do then is go down to Hua Hin and spend a good week in Hua Hin because I've noticed with Hua Hin, I've noticed when people make videos about Hua Hin, they kind of do like quickies. They'll do like a little bit of the beach, or they'll do a little bit of a market, or they don't really get into it, show you the whole town. And I want to really, I've got one of those straps for the GoPro. I want to go around and really show you what Hua Hin's about. Because if you're an older guy, it's if you like it, if you're Patty is great, but long term it does your head in. So if you want something like a town that's got a little bit of that sort of thing, but you want somewhere that's a bit more relaxing, Hua Hin is a great place to go. I really rate it. Richard Martin, oh, that's gone up there. Let me get you back, Richard. Cheeks all over, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. James Brown, Hua Hin is dead. He is at the moment, James, but it'll come back. Um, I feel like a foreigner here. Right, okay. Let's try and carry on with this. I will give me another 5 minutes. I will walk back down there see what's going on. Um, I'm really happy the rain's not not come back. Right, Jay East, I'm looking at Jomtien, Ben Chang, etc. as possible option. Yeah, okay, that is a good option. Jomtien is very good. It's far enough to be out of the shit, as it were, but it's still a very nice area to live. There's some good deals over there. I spend a lot of time in Jomtien. I actually like it over there. Again, it's not for everybody. The only problem with Jomtien is that I know guys who come out here. They might have gone through a failed marriage. They're sitting in their apartment in Jomtien. The problem is you think to yourself, well, I'm not going to go out tonight, and then it's only 10 minutes away, So, um, okay. Tony Price, Chatham is good for older guys with a little naughty area. And there's only one street, Toby. The last time I was there in December, Chatham, the bars were closed, but I did go hunting it out because Chatham's okay. I would imagine if I had a relationship here, if I lived here and I found a girl that I wanted to spend time with and be a kind of partner, I think Chatham would be a nice place to go for a weekend, maybe a week. But it could get quite boring because there isn't a lot there. It's got some beautiful beaches. A lot of the top Thai models go to Chatham to have photo shoots. I've seen them on the beaches down there doing that, and it's very popular. To live there long term, it's only half an hour from Hua Hin, but I think you'd be better off living in Hua Hin and then taking a taxi or the bike or whatever it is over to Chatham rather than doing it the other way around. Solar Life Portugal. I would go to Tong Nai, Pan in Koh Pan, Kang. Beautiful place to be and easy enough to travel, probably cheaper than Bangkok. There's a lot of nice places to live. Joe, Dave the Rave, nice to see you in the stream, mate. I hope you're doing okay. 971 Joe, I don't blame them. Yeah, okay. James, Bowen, are you, Dave, are you, because I know you had a bit of bad luck with your legs, didn't you? Dave the Rave, a legend out here in Thailand for 30 years. I actually gave Dave that name in, I think it was 95. I said, why don't you call yourself Dave the Rave? But Dave got some kind of infection here in Thailand. He went to hospital. It wasn't the best hospital. I think it was a public hospital actually. They diagnosed it wrong, and the poor guy ended up losing both his legs from the knees under, I believe. But I just wonder, Dave, if it's not the end of your life, is it? I just wonder if you've got any plans to come out here. Franco, how you doing, mate? Miss my Sunday kebab. Yeah, me, me too. I don't really. I miss the company. Your good company, Franco. But the thing is, the food here is so good. Even the Farang food is better than back home. That's why it's so hard to lose weight here. I mean, Patty, there's so many options. You come out the bars at night. You've got kebabs. You've got all the chicken sticks. You've got pizza by the slice. I mean, it's really hard. And then you get back to the room, and there's a 7-Eleven across the road that sells Lay's crisps that's open all night. Right, bloodversity, is it? I would. Yeah, you're talking about the little bit of skirt that just went by. Right, let's have a look. Mike Penkin, I think you're just doing YouTube to make money. Oh, Mike, you got a crystal ball there, have you? Right. That's a bit of a silly comment that was, wasn't it? I'm not going to defend it, but I'll just say this in answer to your comment there. Anybody who knows me and knows this channel knows that I did this for about a year, 14 months without making a penny. And it's always been a passion of mine. I don't do it for money. I've got property in the UK. That's what I do for a living. I did this as a hobby, but I do make some money of it now. And probably you're the only guy I know who doesn't like to make a few dollars, but hey ho. Right, let me just say thank you. Talking of money, somebody sent me a super chat. First one of the night. Kevin Sutherland, you're a gentleman. You do it every week, and I do appreciate it. Thank you, Kevin. And that is a generous one. 50 Australian dollars there. Mara, it almost seems you get certain people who come into the stream. They almost seem to they don't like it that people send you super chats or that you make a bit of money on YouTube. It's almost like they resent you making any money. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, who doesn't like a bit of money? Right, Cy London, good luck to you if you make money. Yeah, absolutely, Cy. But the people who don't make money on YouTube are the people who say, I'm going to make a YouTube channel because I want to make money. It doesn't work like that. The guys who do it because they've got a genuine, thank you, Mark Hanley, thank you, usual tenor, Peter. Yeah, you're another guy's very, very generous. Thank you. The guys who do it because it can be, that can be about anything. They might make videos on golf, fishing, flying, whatever their hobby is, and they've got a passion for it. And those are the guys who eventually they build up their numbers and they do make a little bit of they do make a little bit of an income. But yourself, unless you've got millions of subscribers, you don't make huge amounts of money. But I feel like I'm defending it now, and I don't see why I should have to. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera again because we've got, I think we've got one of our African ladies here. No. She's getting plenty of looks there. What do you reckon, guys? Where's she from? Can you see her back? She actually almost looked Indian. I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier sitting here than it is walking down the beach in this heat. Right, who we got? James Bowers. The guy does... Oh, I've lost you. The guy does some good stories. Keep it going. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, that's a good point there. If you're sick, I'm really getting desperately low on. Danny P, thank you. Love the channel, mate. Thanks a lot. Let me put that up there. Super chat there. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, I'm getting desperately short of these stories now. Somebody said to me a while ago, they said, if you're getting short of stories, just make them up. But that's not what it's about, is it? You can't make them up. I mean, I haven't run out, but I am getting low. And I say this all the time. I say I'm getting really desperately low, and then I start getting a few trickle through. But if you've got a story and you're thinking to yourself, well, I will send it in one day. Can you send it in now? Because, I could do with a few stories. I've noticed a few other guys on YouTube who've never done stories, but they're announcing that they're all doing stories all of a sudden. So, we might be saturated with stories soon. It doesn't bother me because the story I started the stories when I was stuck under lockdown. It was it kept the channel going. You know, I think I was one of Simon from Land of Smiles. He was the first to do the stories. He does a different format, but I introduced the stories in a different way to my channel, just simply to keep the channel going. I think that's rain, is it? Um, you know, so it got me out the shit during lockdown. Else I wouldn't have had any content. But now lockdown's finished, everything's back to normal. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not really, you know, I keep the stories going because I know guys like them. But if they stop coming in, then you know, that's it. What can I do? Right, Mara. Yes, Trevor will bring out a storybook. Yeah, that's fine. Trevor will do it in a different way. It's not. It doesn't mean he's copying me. I spoke to Trevor the other day actually because there's a lot of shit stirrers out there, and people are saying I've seen some false posts where supposedly Trevor's been slating me, and it's not true because I've actually spoke to Trevor, and the stuff that was said in this post was just I can tell you another YouTuber just wouldn't write it. DB Cooper, I'll carry on with this in a minute. Hang on. Um, where are we? DB Cooper, go somewhere else with your negative trolling, Mike. Love the channel. Okay, thank you. Great bit of support there from DB Cooper. Yeah, I actually, I contact. I'll tell you why I contacted Trevor. Right. You know, I don't particularly want to do videos with other YouTubers. That's all been done, like I said last week. You know, it was something we all done under lockdown. You know, we interviewed other YouTubers, but I think people have gone past that now. You know, we're at the stage now where, yeah, it was interesting. I had Trevor on here. I was on Trevor's. I had certain other YouTubers on my stream, Bangkok Pat, and to name a few. And it was interesting, but I honestly think we're past that now. But what it is a bunch of guys who um, I don't want to get into it too much, right? But there's a bunch of guys who they're posting stuff about Trevor, which it just seems outrageous. Some of it, what they're saying, and somebody sent me a supposed. It was like a screenshot of a WhatsApp conversation or something like that. And apparently Trevor had said, "Oh yeah, Peter's become a right unsociable git or something," and it wasn't true. And I phoned up Trevor and I said, "Look, Trevor, we got to before I leave Patty, we've got to do something together just to, you know, put these people in their places because, you know, there's a lot of negative people out there who try and cause trouble. And I don't particularly want to do a video with Trevor. Trevor doesn't particularly want to do a video with me. Like I say, people are getting bored of that sort of thing. But I just want to do a little bit with him just to show people, look, we haven't fallen out. He's not writing stuff about me. Anyway, let's move on. John Hobson, Peter, just ignore the haters. Keep going. Yeah. Thank you. James Bowers, when you coming to Huahin? When do we come to Hawaii? I've got 10 more days here, a week in Bangkok. What's that? It's about nearly 3 weeks. I think 2.5, 3 weeks I'll be there, and I will be taking the bus. Right. Cy London. Trevor is a great guy. Okay. Yeah. Um, and there's a lot of controversy going around about another YouTuber that I supposedly uh, fell out with or whatever. I honestly don't know nothing about it. You know, it's like I said to you last week. You know, I'm a 62-year-old man, going on 63. I don't want to get involved in all that playground stuff. You know, backbiting and bitching, and you know, he's got his fans in that camp, and his friends are over there, and I'm on his side. And you know, I'm not into that. That's why really people have said, why haven't you gone to see Damon? I've just been talking about you. You'll have to rewind it. Look, I said to Damon, let me put him up there. I said to him earlier, I said, Damon, where are you? I wanted to get him on the stream with his girlfriend, Keo. I said, where are you? He sent me the picture. He sent me a picture of some random bar, which you wouldn't know even if it was in Pattaya. And I was like, yeah, well, that weren't very helpful, was it? But nice to see you in, Damon. And I did give you a big mention. And hi to Keo and whoever's with you. And I hope you've had a great afternoon. I did see you on camera a little bit earlier, but I'm on the beach road now, over 300 in now. And I don't suppose you'll be doing any moderating tonight, right? Let me just say thank you for that super chat. Is that? Yeah, Nick S. You can interview the YouTuber Far 1985, and I bet we will all be riveted and would love to know. I don't know who that is. Who is Far 1985? Never heard of him or her. Mark Hanley, Depeche Mode on the headphones when walking around. I don't know what that means, Mark. Do you mean it's interference? You know. Oh, yeah. Someone just recognised. Do you want to say hello? All right. Cheers. Yeah, somebody just recognised me. You don't want to go on camera. I'm not sure what that means. It says something. Yeah, it's Depeche Mode when you walk around. Right, Charles Sander, Peter, and everyone happy to be on the stream. Yeah, good to see you in. Uh, okay, I'm going to sit here for another 15 minutes, so then I'll do some more walking about because actually, if I see anything interesting, I can point the camera around. This I don't trust this stand though. That's for sure. Hello. Um, right. Silence says the Depeche Mode is a band. Yeah, another band. I'm not. I haven't just crawled out from under a stone, but it was the way he said it. He said when you're walking around, you're Depeche Mode. So that means something, doesn't it? But I don't know what it means. Far 1985 is a chocolate man from Thailand. GF. Okay. All right. A chocolate man from Thailand. GF. Okay. Not sure. John Hobson seems quite quiet. I don't know him either. There's a lot of YouTubers I don't actually know, and it's not what it is because I spend so much time on YouTube. I probably do 40, 50 hours a week. I do research. I set up the competitions tonight because I didn't think I was going to get out on the beach tonight. So it was raining, like I said earlier. So I set up the Ladyboy competition. I set up the Miss Guess a Thai Girl and all that sort of thing. So that's all work. Mark Hanley, Depeche Mode Bound. Depeche Mode Bound. Still don't get it. Nick S, YouTuber. Okay. Uh, Clive, good band professional. Yeah, good 80s band. A lot of good 80s bands. That's another problem I got. What happens is I get in at night, I've had a few drinks, and I think, oh, I remember that song by the Lotus Eaters or something like that. And I get the headphones on so I can whack it up and have another beer. 4 it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm listening to music. Um, Thailand fan, was it number two? Who knows? Who knows? I think we've got a bit of a domestic going on over here. It's getting louder anyway. Jeff say, are you going to do a live version of Spot the Ladyboy? Not really, Jeff, but we kind of nearly got into one last week, didn't I? Because the good thing about the Ladyboys, they're not shy. When you see the girls down here, they don't want to go on camera. They hide most of the time. Apart from that nice lady Joy last week. But the Ladyboys, they're full on to it. They jump in front of the camera. So if I see any Ladyboys that look friendly, I've actually bought 1,000 baht out with me tonight in 100 baht notes, and I'll tell you why. But I haven't had the opportunity. What I thought, if I got into that situation that I got into last week, where I see a freelancer who looks pretty desperate, who looks like she hasn't had any, business. And thanks for the super chat, by the way, Jeff. If I see somebody who's looks like they've been out here a long time and they're hot and they just haven't made any money, they look really genuinely hard up. I'll slip in I'll give them a couple of 100 baht. But the problem is, I've got to get somebody. When you do that, if they hide but on camera, then I don't have the opportunity to do that. But I've got 1,000 baht here anyway. Whether I get the chance to give it away or not, I don't know. Who's that on a bike there? Look, someone on a bike. That's a weird sight at 12:30 on the beach. Definitely got a domestic going on here. Right, Mark Hanley. Right, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna have a walk, guys, because this looks like it's gonna kick off a little bit. Hang on. Get my water. Richard Woolley, how you doing? Solar Life Portugal. Why not give 100 to the couple having a domestic? They're Russians. They got more money than me. Right, Clive. Christ on a bike. Clive, you've got to mix a bit more water with it, mate. Right, shall I head back? Or no, we'll carry on this way. Let's go a bit further this way. Let's just get the angle right on here. Okay. Right. This, by the way, I said I haven't got a gimbal. This is a kind of a gimbal. It's a cheap version. It's got yours, but it doesn't. Oh, for God's sake! Every time I've got to, I'm such a dinosaur. I've got to get wireless. I've got cables hanging from here, and every time I move my hands, I knock the flipping camera around. Right. Okay. Hang on. Turn that a bit. The old boys in brown are out. I don't know what they're up to. There they are there. To protect and to serve. Yeah, right. Look at this girl there. Look, you see how they turn their back on me? And she's put her umbrella up there. Yeah. Well, you can't blame her, I suppose. Here's another one. There's a girl here I think she's wearing a kimono, a Japanese kimono, with an umbrella. Little does she know that she said hello to me. I give her a couple 100 baht. Right. Okay. J.E. Peter, you should attend YouTube meetup at the Wombat and Kiwi Bar at Jumping Beach over 50. Maybe you should run a poll. Oh, let's talk about the poll. Someone mentioned this earlier. Just to let you know, before I get into that, I don't like meeting big groups of people. Okay, I'm actually a little bit shy like that. I'm okay like this, but and I don't mind meeting people one-on-one. But to go into a room with 50 people, it's not me, honestly. Somebody wrote at the beginning of the night. They said, "Why don't you do a poll? because I always assume that everybody who watches my channel is like old, like I am. And I've had a few people write in and say, listen, I watch your channel, it's not bad, and I'm only 30, so why don't you run a poll? A poll, not a poll, a poll. So just out of interest now, if you're under 35, give us a shout out, just say hi and I'll read your name out, okay? Um, Smooth operator. Hi, Peter. I noticed on a few of your videos, you mentioned the majority of viewers are over 50. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, wasn't it? You should run a poll. I think you would be surprised. Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah, smooth operator, you're 35. Okay, that's great. I'll tell you what it is. The reason I assumed, and I did assume, is I just, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm 63 in April. I just thought guys of 35 wouldn't be interested in what I've got to say. That's all it is. I just sort of assumed it. Is that nice? See, they won't even talk to me when you've got a camera. I just tried to engage a girl in conversation, just had some food and put the paper in the bin. I said, was that nice, hoping she'd engage me, but they don't want to know. Either that or I look unfriendly. I've never seen so many backs in one night. Right, I'm going to turn around because it's getting a bit thin on the ground up here. Right. I'll tell you what I'll do, because it was better last week. Let me put this camera a bit closer to me, and then maybe I'm not so intrusive. Right. Do you know what? You know the reason I like it here more than the UK, like when I'm in the UK, apart from the obvious, I mean, look at it. Look, it's 1:45 in the morning, right? If you walk through my town in the UK, it's like a graveyard now. The only people who are out are taxi drivers and ambulances. But it's so vibrant here. I mean, there's restaurants open, there's touristy shops open that's selling all the gear over there. Mike's shopping mall up there. Do you remember that story about the girl in Mike's shopping mall? Ricardo, I'm 18 with 37 years experience. Yeah, okay. Michael Ward, Sweaty Cub just in from work, ready for your live stream and ready for 29th of January. Well, we've been going about 45 minutes, Michael. So far no rain, so I'll keep it going. I haven't bumped into Joy yet. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a big sign made up next week in Thai. I'm going to pin it to my chest saying the camera's pointed at me, not you. You know what I need? One of those kind of... I've actually bought one of those. Nick, I like Thailand better because they're nice and the women aren't overweight men. Haters, yeah, exactly. Every guy you see out here's got a beautiful woman on his arm, except me. I don't want to upset my wife because we're doing things in a nice way. I don't want to just, get upset with me. Right, the police are here. I don't know what they're doing. I'll walk past them, see if they say hello. Yeah. That's weird. There's a copper here. He's taking lots of pictures around here. I don't know why. Anyway. Right, what we're saying now. Tom, no age limit in the UK. Mortimer Duke. That's nice of you, mate. Thank you for that. Let me put that up on screen. For the original soy boy. Yeah, thanks, Mortimer. Appreciate that, as always. Was that Danish bacon above you there? Clive, you've changed your... you put your handsome face up there now. Right. J.E.'s, get a shirt made with a QR code on the back with your YouTube channel. Yeah, excellent idea. Actually, I mentioned it before, I do want to get some shirts made up, but not to sell, just to give away to people, keep a few on me in a bag or something. And I want them to be very discreet kind of shirts. So basically maybe a black shirt like I'm wearing and just like my little white logo on the top left-hand corner and one on the back below the neck. And just give it out to people I meet. So, yeah. Lime is an African lady just passed me. Talk about coconuts. Right. Right. Much better. London is always cold and rainy this summer. Actually, somebody told me it isn't that cold at the moment. Actually, it's about 16 degrees. And yeah, it's normally freezing. It's November. What is that? Woolliston Raider? Prostitution is illegal. Okay, it's quite random. Right, what else? Nick T, you mentioned that Hollow Talk on your story the other day, Peter. I tried it, bloody great. Hundreds of beautiful Thais masquerading as, I've lost it, wanting to learn English. Oh, yeah, okay. Nick S again. Those women aren't prostitutes, they're networking, so it's illegal. So it's legal, yeah, absolutely. Uh, right, nearly 400 in now. If you just joined us, hi. I'm walking down the beach road. It's Pattaya. It's warm, it's humid. I don't care. Right, Tom Tom. Boys in brown are cool in Pattaya. Yeah, they are pretty good. They are pretty cool, actually, all joking aside. I hope you managed to pick some of the background up over my shoulder, because there are some serious negotiations going on along here. And the old cops are there somewhere. Okay. Tom Tom, yeah, still mild in the UK. Have cold snap next week. All right. Oh, I wish there was a bit of wind. It's so humid. Um, what else? What else? Franco, Miss Tech the Home super chat for £5. What's that? Oh, okay. So I missed that, did I? What's his name? Let me give him. I can't find the thing, but right, Tech the Home. Thank you for that, mate. I can't see it now. It's gone, but thank you anyway, Franco. Just thank you for pointing that out, Franco. Because you know when somebody leaves me a super chat, you know everybody works hard for their money, so I don't like to miss them, and I don't like to say, oh, some guys just sent me a super chat like I've seen other people do. You know. So thank you. Cy London, Flipper Lodge is great. Yeah, it's a nice little hotel. I paid 800 baht a night when I was there, and then they upped it to 1200 baht, which is why I kind of changed over to the Nature View Hotel, which was 800 baht. And now I'm in another hotel, which is costing me 500 baht. I will do a review on that hotel, but I won't put it up until I've moved out. That's a rule of mine. Yeah, look, I'll try and get a few of these on camera. Starting to get busy up here again. Right, yeah, Tech the Home. I'm 33, coming to Pattaya. The first long trip from the USA, though, London. Yeah, do you mean you're in the USA? Or are you coming from London? Because I know it's hell on earth to get from the US to Thailand, isn't it? We're lucky in the UK. We get on at Heathrow. It's a 12-hour straight flight, or a few hours in the Middle East if you want to save £100. I believe if you live up north, like Manchester, that sort of area, you can't actually get a direct flight. You have to go through the Middle East. But I think what I would do. Let me just. Wow. I think what I would do, I would come down to. If I lived in the north, I think I would come down to Heathrow, and then I'd probably stay in a hotel overnight, because you can get a hotel for sort of 60, £70. I just don't like those sort of stop-off flights in the Middle East. Oh God, my lace is undone now. Hang on, how am I going to do this? I'm going to have to put this down for a second. Hang on. I'll probably put it down, somebody will pinch it. Right. Oh, there we are. The old Reeboks. I was going to have a walk down Walking Street again, but I did that last week, so it'll be a bit repetitive, won't it? Franco, Andrew Champion, she's in the UK, right? John Hobson, Manchester to Bangkok on Qatar Doha was very good. Okay. Is that right though? From somebody told me that from up north, you can't get a direct flight from. I don't know. I suppose I suppose you'll fly from one of those airports up there. Clive Allen, Peter, when you have time, ask the girls on beach how much for a short time when you're not filming. All right, yeah, okay. I can't do that on camera, obviously. None of them around here now. The problem is, even if I hold the camera down, they'll be a bit shy, won't they? Damon, Peter, white legs. All right, Damon. Not as, don't kick me in the nuts. Did you have a good day today, Damon? Still a lot of gangs of guys roaming around here. Tom Tom. No, two nights are same in Walking Street, same, but different. Yeah. Richard Woolley, Peter Cross. Mara laugh out loud. At least they're polite. I suppose in some cities around the world, if you were walking down the street with a camera, and these girls obviously think I'm pointing at them, which I'm not, then I suppose in some places around the world they'd start giving you grief, shouting at you and stuff. Here they just look away, which is fair enough, you know. So, what time is it now? It's just coming up for 1 o'clock. It's so alive, you know, everything's open. I will have a walk down Walking Street just to. They didn't. I thought they'd get me on the music last week, but apparently it didn't come through, so that's great. Ricky, direct flights available to Bangkok from Vancouver now. Might try it. 15 and a half hours. Ouch, yeah, that's a long flight. Timothy, I fly out. Solar Life Portugal. Are you bored of Pattaya? It must be a bit same. Agree that Bangkok offers. Go on, where is he? Offers a lot more. Yeah, prices are crazy in Bangkok, but the problem is you're in a bubble down here. There's a man following you. Is that him there with a pink shirt? Bit worried, isn't it? He's got a pink shirt on. Right. Take the home. Flight to New York is 2.5 hours. I've lost that now. Okay. Only in Thailand says coach from Manchester to Heathrow Airport, £15. That's a good price, isn't it? You can't argue with that. I took the National Express coach for the first time. I've never done it before. I normally take a taxi. No, I don't. Tell a lie. I normally drive down to Heathrow, and what I do is I leave my car in long-term parking. But the thing is, because I'm coming out here for so long, it works out about £10 a day, and it's just too much money. So I got a quote from a taxi, and I think it was £160 each way, and I thought, well, I'm not paying that. So I got a local taxi over to Northampton, which cost me £30, believe it or not. And then the bus to Heathrow, which I was very impressed with, £22. You know, very good. National Express, but it did stop at 3 or 4 places on the way, but it was all right. It was okay. And now I take buses here. I wish I'd done it before. You know, they're great here. They're air conditioned. You know, if you've got a suitcase with you, the driver will put it under the bus. I made that video, didn't I? I went from Pattaya to Edgermeyer for 131 baht, and then you've got the BTS. You can go anywhere in Bangkok. Right. Kurigu Kuku. I can't pronounce that. Why are you afraid that? Who said I'm afraid? Don't put words in my mouth, mate. I never said I was afraid of somebody's following me. John Hobson, National Express was very good, apart from having to spend 5 hours at Manchester Airport. Okay, Thailand fan, book National Express from Weymouth to London Heathrow on you, recommended £18. They're pretty good, but you know what? I hate to say this, the bus service in Thailand is actually a lot more, well, let's say it's on a par with National Express. I wouldn't say it's better, but it's certainly not worse. You know, it's air conditioned, it's all very well set up. You go to the bus station, you know, it'll say Pattaya Hua Hin, you just go up to the window, tell them where you want to go. They give you a ticket with a seat number on it, so there's no fighting for your seat. And yeah, very well organised. Hard Tulip, what was kink like, Peter? Kinky. I've been there several times. The only thing about it is it's really expensive for drinks, but the reason being because obviously of the entertainment. I think it was £170 for a Leo beer, and you know, I only just had the one. You just go in there just to experience the place. You know, not the sort of place you stay all night. Hello. Couple of lady boys saying hello there, but I don't think I can. God, you won't believe how many people's here. It is rammed, absolutely rammed. Let me just. Wow, it's so busy. I'm about 200 meters from Walking Street, and it's absolutely packed. Right, Paul Pablo, Peter, are you still going to? Oh, I've lost that one. Bill Bonds, what prices? Bill Bonds, where's that? Darcy, hi Peter, just home for a few days in Pattaya, unreal, yeah? Take the home, that air is about 600 direct to Bangkok, These are one-way prices. It's going to be expensive at the moment because it's high season. It's December, isn't it? But if you wait until January, the beginning of January, the prices drop down. Somebody was telling me they got a flight on Eva Air. I think he said he paid 620 first week in January, because other people were telling me now when they look, they try and get a ticket, they're kind of looking at around £2,000. That's about $2,200, I guess, $2,300. Um, right. Oh, it's hot. I'm going to just head down to Walking Street, do a quick walk, get the camera up there so you can see everything, and then I'll see how I'm doing when I get out of there, because it is bloody hot. Wow. Christ almighty. Tom, Eva Air, 11 hours, 40 minutes. Well, it changes, doesn't it? It's I think it's 11 hours on the way out and 12 hours on the way back. Franco, Clive, I like a mixed one, both. Yeah, Franco's out of the country as well. He's been away for a while. Right. The only reason I'm going to go down here is to show you what it's like on a Sunday night. I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm just going to hold the camera up just so you can see what's going on. I mean, there are a lot of people here, guys. This is a Sunday night, look. It's really weird. They don't. It's only the freelancers that. It's only the freelancers that kind of turn their back on you when you go past them. When you come down here, nobody gets the monkeys. You see all these girls outside, and they don't care. Very loud down here. Be careful, Peter. Looks quite busy. Well, I'm not actually pointing the camera at anyone. I'll tell you what, guys. This has changed over the years, big time. Big time. No point in doing any commentary. You won't hear me. Interesting though. Walking Street on a Sunday night. Hopefully Simon May stop trolling. Yeah, absolutely. Mark, I put him on time out, that guy. Mark Hanley, Peter Lee's blogging out of dead Trump as a wingman, yeah. Who's that? Oh, he's a friendly down here. Oh. Mark Lee, yes, it's really... Okay, I can't read that out. Very busy, guys, very busy. I'll probably get a load of comments tomorrow saying, oh, you're like one of the other YouTubers now. All you do is walk up and down Walking Street and all these stories. But I mean, what else can you do when you're in Pattaya? Wow. A bit more interesting than sitting in the room, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes I just have to point to the camera and say it's on me, because you get some, not so much the Thais, but some of the foreigners get a bit, you know, they don't like it. Okay, let's pull in here for a minute. Tom Tom, guy was giving you a wave behind you. That's nice. Better than giving the old finger, isn't it? Yeah, most people are nice about it. Most people are nice. I do a little bit. I just said yes, I have perked up and I lost the signal. I remember a few years ago, you walk down here with a selfie stick, people would jump on you. Yeah, hard tulip, I know, it's because I'm on the move. Anders Bourbon, go to Frogland, Peter. So many places to visit down here. 5. Are there French in Frogland? Yeah, still over 300 in the stream. So if you just joined us, good evening. We're on Walking Street on a Sunday night. It's just on 1 o'clock. And I'm sweating like a rapist. Let's have a look up here. A bit more quiet up here. Galaxy exclusive nightclub. European showgirl, 2nd floor. That sounds about as inviting to me as a burning orphanage. Even the old guards turned away. This has got some history. I was here last week, remember? You had the carousel bar here, it's gone now. Used to be, this was probably the busiest soy pattaya. Let's go past Phil's bar, see if he's there, get him on, say hello to him. Phil from the pub. He might not like me taking this into the bar, so I won't go in. He might spot me from outside. Guys, if you haven't been here before, this is a brilliant go-go bar. The Windmill. I've been in there a couple of times. Anyway, Windmill a go-go, great place. I'll have to go wireless. I keep catching this. Nomyo Inspector, evening Peter, just caught your stream. How you doing, Nomyo Inspector? Adam. Signal went. I don't want to go in this bar with the signal gone, if I can find it. How am I past that? There we are. Is he there? He's not there. Is he there? I don't know if he's there or not. He's not here. Yeah, he's not here. Let's try milk. It's Phil inside. Phil. Can I just look? Phil? Hello. No, there's a load of girls waving to me. I don't know what it is. He might have gone off for a drink with somebody somewhere. Anyway, I did try and say hello, Phil. If you watch this on the rerun, I did come and say hello to you. Oh, it's a bit more quieter down here. Try London. He will be in Mill. I've just been in there. He's not there. There's a lot of girls in there, so he's obviously, well, not a lot. There's half a dozen girls. He's obviously trying to get that place going. Hard tulip. Milk. What I know is milk. Milk, as in drink milk. Yeah, hard tulip milk. Right, where are we? The Galaxy Russian Girls Show. Enter after 30 meters in Walker Street. That's just what you come to Thailand for, isn't it? Russian girls. Yeah. But I'm just going to have a quick. Meryl, if you watch this, you wrote to me the other day. Meryl, do you remember? Meryl did that. Well, you won't remember, but he did I did this last week, right? There's a Diamond Beach Hotel. closed down. And he wrote to me because I put this on last week. I said it opened up in the 70s. It used to be the place where all the military guys came on R&R in the 70s and 80s. Swimming pool on the roof, soapy massage, disco called the Playboy Club. And it's all history now. Look, I don't think you can see inside there. All right, you come here in the daytime, you can actually put your face up against that glass and see all the lobby and stuff. But yeah, a lot of history there. Okay, where now? Huff Johnson. That's gone. When closes in the evenings now? It's 2 o'clock. Well, the law is actually in patio. It's 1 o'clock, but I think it's 2. They're trying to change it to. You know what? Years ago, let me just have a drink. Oh, I'm so glad I brought that with me. Right, where I'm standing right now, believe it or not, in the 80s and 90s, this spot here, I'm trying to be clever, put the bottle away. Right, you see the bar just there, kind of there? That was the carousel bar, and that used to go round. Okay, then you had a load of go-go bars here that were bumping all along here. There was nothing on Walking Street, no go-go bars. You had all these little go-go bars down here that I'm passing, but this, in the 80s and 90s, I mean, this was the hot spot in Pattaya. It wasn't Walking Street. There was no Soy Bacal. Well, there was, but there were no bars over there. But this used to be the hot spot. This was it. And a lot of the old military guys would stay in the Soy Diamond Hotel, which sadly is a victim of COVID. So, I don't know, somebody might take it over again. Wow, so noisy here. I got to get that gimbal, you know, because in a situation like this, it would actually be okay to turn the camera around. But because I'm not, quite complicated to explain, because I'm not actually I am using the phone camera, but I'm going through StreamYard, the software, and there isn't, I can't see how to turn the camera around with my finger. I don't want to accidentally stop the stream. So if I get that gimbal, I can just press a button and it'll flip without me touching the camera. There's that, oh, Frogland, that's what you were saying. Yeah, that's that new place, isn't it? Look. There's been a lot of people do a lot of videos on that place. I'll go a bit nearer to it. Yeah, it's a bar complex called Frogland. Okay, I'm not going to loiter. I'm going to press on. Silver Life Portugal, where they're the same groups of guys in Bangkok, just out of. Yeah, I won't read the rest of it. I know what you mean. Right, Terry Wills, Walker Street is all. Okay. Right, Kev 12345 here. I'm off to Thailand in January. 980. Well, that ain't a bad price if it's returned. Skyfall behind me there. See, the girls working in the bars here who stand outside, they really don't give a shit if the camera's pointing at them. But it's a different story with the freelancers. Simon May, fantastic stream here, thanks for this. Well, I've got to be honest with you, it's better than sitting in a room, isn't it? Wow, that place is really rocky. The Stone House. Fantastic. I mean, it's understandable. There's nowhere in the world, you know, very the Chin City. I must admit, I do like Indian food a lot. I do eat it quite often. Back in beer garden, I can't go down there with a camera, or can I? Let's have a look. There used to be all these bars on the left here. There's still some bars, but they're empty. There's nothing going on. Years ago, before COVID, this whole area was packed with loads and loads of bars, screaming girls, and it was really electric as you walked down here. It was actually difficult to get to the beer garden because they literally grabbed you by the shoulder and pulled you in. Oh my God. And I'll tell you what, if you want to take a breather, all that, have a look at that, what's behind me, guys. Look at that. That's beautiful. I'll try and get out the picture. That's actually a bay. Really nice. Okay. You must know this place, right? This is a great place to come and have a bit of dinner or an early drink. You come here maybe, it sunsets normally about 6 o'clock. You come down here maybe about 5 o'clock, have a beer. I personally don't drink in the daytime, you know that. But I have drank here. I've broken my rule at 5 or 6 o'clock at night because it's just so nice to have a beer here. I'll try and walk up a little bit, but I don't want to intrude. That's actually the beer garden, if you haven't been here before. But what it is, it looks over the ocean, and it's really nice to sit down here. I don't know if there's not much light, so you won't be able to see a lot, but look at that there. See? Really nice. And if you're on a date, of course, it's a great place to come. You know, they've got a bit of music going in the background there. But I'm not, like I say, I'm not going to hang about too much because people start to get a bit irritated with the camera. Right, Roger Ward, Pussy Galore. Crypto Chris Card, how you doing? Good to have you in the stream, mate. If you just joined me. Kev, 123456. So managed to get a Thai flight. That's good. I'm showing you what you're missing at the moment. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. It's basically back to pre-COVID levels. You haven't got the Chinese here. You've got everybody else here. A lot of the quieter bars that have gone under or they're not doing well, I don't believe it's because the people aren't here. I truly believe there's just so much on offer now. I mean, look at these bars. They're dead. And they used to be fantastic as you walked into the beer garden. Oh, my word. I had a woman write to me. I think she was from America. She's Western anyway. She said, you know, when I was walking about last week, I was looking around. I was trying to find girls to kind of interview, which is really hard. And she left me a comment on the last one. She said, I like listening to your story. She said, but you really disturb me when you're on a walkabout because you look like you're avoiding the police or something, the way you keep looking around. Only in Thailand, I got an Indian curry takeaway from Ceylon area last week. Seemed strange getting the curry, etc., in an elastic band instead of a tray, as in the UK. Well, as long as it tasted good, that's the main thing. It doesn't matter what it comes in, really, does it? I mean, I'd rather have a really good, tasty curry on a plastic plate than a shit tasting one on a silver plate, if that makes sense. Right, Bob Cassidy, thank you, mate, for that $10. What are you saying now? Let's have a look. Read your message out. Peter, go back to Bliss Go and do a selfie in front of the sign during the play sign so I can't get a screenshot and I will send another. Oh, do you know what? I'd do it without the money. It's not about the money. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. Well, what it is, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I mean, there's so many places down there. You know, I don't look at all the signs, and that Frogland, I'd forgotten about that. And then when I walked past it, I'd just seen it. And it's not, you know, you don't need to send me $40. If I could remember where it was, I'd go back there and do it for you. But I just don't know where it is. And this point is trying to explain it here because I'm on a live stream. Maybe send me an email, and if I come down here next week, I'll definitely come and get it for you, okay? But don't worry about any $40. I'm not doing it for the money. Paul Hoskin, everything tastes great when you are drunk. Ooh, I don't know about that, Paul. Right, let's have a look. There's a few ladies sitting on the beach here. See if we can get a few of these in. Problem is for me, this screen is so small, so it's hard to see what I'm actually looking at. Yeah, well, I don't think I can do much more down here because these girls are all turning away, and you can't blame them. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll walk. I'll walk back down to where they were having the domestic. Hopefully they're gone now. It's quite a long way down there, and then I'll put this on a stand, have a little rest, I'll do a bit more, read a few comments, and then see how we're getting on. Somebody sweeping the path there. It's a bit weird in a nice dress. Weird. Girl there in a white dress and she's sweeping the beach. Yeah. Ricky, interview the beach ladies. Interview them. I can't even get them to turn around. They keep showing their back to me. I was really lucky last week. I sat down on this kind of concrete table and there was an older girl called Joy there. Well, that's what she said her name was. And she was very talkative and she let me put the camera on her. And she said she hadn't made any money. So I gave her a couple of $100. I gave her friend a couple of $100 and they were very happy. They went and got a cold drink. And they were a lot of fun. But obviously that was I think I just got lucky there last week. Look at this blonde bit coming up. Watch when I pass. You didn't see it, did you? Yeah, so they'll be saying, bloody hell, there's that guy again walking up and down. Thailand found. Peter, you should send your vids to Specsavers. Would make a good advert for them. Yeah. Right. I can see all right. On me. She looked promising there. I thought she was going to say hello. But then she turned her back on me. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good workout this is. Forget the gym. Gonzo, why do you want a picture of Peter? Odd. Are you okay, Bob Cassidy? I didn't see that. He's all right. It's all fun and games. Oh, I met some really nice people down here. You know, they just come up to you and say, "Oh, I watch your channel and stuff." I haven't had anybody since that first guy ripped into me. He told me I shouldn't wear the vest on the stream. He told me how I should run my channel and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. Apart from him, everyone's been nice. Jesus Christ, it's busy down here. Look at this. Look. I won't talk for a minute. Hang on. Danger's my middle name. Peter, have you visited a lot of... I can't even pronounce that. Karen Farang in the jungle. Have you made plans to meet... No. Eddie who? Right. Where did you get... Mark D. Bob, add a couple of more zeros. Not sure what that's about. Ooh. I don't think I'm going to come down here next Sunday, guys. I've got one more stream next Sunday. If it's not raining, suggest where you want me to go. But bear in mind, I can't go around LK Metro and do a live stream because the music. Right, Keenock, let me put you up. I turned my central heating off so I could send you this super chat. Okay, very nice of you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Keenock. And I can't shout out Keenock too loud because we know what it means. Yeah, I mean, if you can think of somewhere you want me to, I can't go down Soy 6 and do a live stream, right? It's just, you can't. You know, YouTube are getting really strict on that sort of thing now. I can't, I mean, it's really hard. This is about the best you can do, actually. Okay. Oh, God. Burger King over there. I'm tempted. Right. Peter Parker, what's central heating? Isn't it terrible what's happening with the heating in the UK now? Look at this, guys. Look, it's 20 past 1 in the morning. Look behind me. Look at all the people. Absolutely busy. I think I'm the only new flying there. I think I'm the only one who speaks English down here, to be honest with you. Right, let's head back to my bike. Non-UI inspector, soy 7 and soy 8. Yeah, can do. Soy 7 and soy 8, that'd be interesting. Um, they're not, to be honest, they're not very interesting actually, because there's not much going on. I mean, you've got Nick Spar at the top there, which is really busy on a Sunday because he does his live stream. But soy 8, again, it's another one of those throwbacks. You know, that used to be a fantastic soy 8. I used to stay in the Eastern Hotel, and it was really busy. It was absolutely fantastic. You come out the Eastern Inn or the Eastern Hotel, and you had all those bars across the road, all the way up Soy 8. Really busy, really fantastic, but it's dead. Dead. And again, I truly believe it's not because there's enough people coming here. I just think it's saturated with entertainment venues now. You know, Soy Bacau, you want to see it over there. I mean, I think plenty of people film all these places anyway, so it's not like I'm the only guy who's got a camera here, is it? Brian Street, how you doing? The outside streams are better for you, mate. Yeah. I don't particularly want to sit in a room, Brian, and do streams. But the problem is, if it rains, it's a bit hard to do this. I'm really lucky because it rained all night. I set up the stream in the room to do some ladyboy competitions, all that sort of thing. And then 20 to 12, 20 to midnight, which is my time, it suddenly cleared up. I got on the bike, got down here, and where we go? Oh, got my ladyboys there. Yeah, she's a bit shy, but they don't seem to be as shy as the girls. Stick to Walking Street, I think. Right, missing a few of these. Let's have a look. Seascape, Soy 7 NGDP. Yeah, I just mentioned him. Damien, hi Peter, great stream. Keel says hi. Well, where are you now? I'll come and I've got the bike. I haven't had a drink yet. Tell me where you are. I'll come and have a beer with you if you're around here. If you're on your own with Keel, that is. Right, Peter Parker. What a lady. What a lady. What's a lady? I mean, what's a lady boy? A lady boy is somebody who looks very much like a lady. Very beautiful, very nice. But they're packing more than you'd expect. Okay. Right. Tron Roger, did you spot any mongers on your hang on. Do you spot any mongers on your walkabout tonight? Keep it up. Yeah, lots of mongers around, but they don't want to be on camera, do they? Right, another super chat there. Thank you for that. That's is that Bob again? Bob Cassidy. Okay. Gonzo. Oh shit, what's going on? Hang on. I can't read it on screen. I'm trying to find your. Hang on. Where are we? Right. Let me put that one up there. Oh, I don't. Look, Bob. Thanks. Can you put the message up again? Because it's disappeared and it's not. I don't know what's happened to it. I can't get it back. But look, you done a super chat. And I was going to read your message out, but it's gone, and I've gone up and down with my finger. It's not coming back. So just you don't have to do another super chat. Obviously, just copy and paste the message, and I'll read it out. Nita Darola, is it? Thailand and Phuket flooding. Poodle Master, is Keo really skinned off? It's the same guy that I saw. She is this fit. No, Keo is Damon's long-term girlfriend. Really, he's been with her for about 16 years. She punched me in the chest last night, joking. She nearly knocked me out. I still had a pain this morning when I woke up. I think she's a bit of Thai boxing on the side. Okay, here we go. Right, Bob Cassidy. It's personal. It's my favourite bar. I like to get a screenshot each time I see the bar in a video. So my favourite go-go and my favourite guy, my first photo on Walking Street. Okay, Bob, honestly, mate, I won't be able to find it now. I don't know where it is. I do really appreciate the super chats. I'm not going to go back down Walking Street now because I'm really hot. I'm really done in now. You know, you can do 2-3 hours sitting in a room with air conditioning. You can do 2 or 3 hours sitting in a room with air conditioning. But I thought we had someone there. But walking down here is a different story. Okay. Right. That's about an hour and a half. I really need a beer. I guess I'm going to have to go back to the room because I don't know where Damon is. He's been a bit unsociable today. Right, Jeff say, nice Bob, but you can get next one. Kev 1235664. Yes, Peter, it's a return going 4 weeks. Okay, good, nice one, Kev. So you'll be out here. I mean, it's worth coming out here, you know. I mean, well, she is sweeping the beach again, but about a mile down the beach. I wonder why she's doing that. That's really weird. She was way down there before. Um, Bob again. Right, hang on. Oh, I've lost you again. Bob Cassidy. Okay, you're talking to someone else. Right, only in Thailand. When you do the streams from your room, I always have a few Leos, and like the competitions, brought some tonight, but it's not the same when you're not drinking, so it's still in the fridge. Yeah. Well, you can have a drink, can't you? It's not the same for me either, because when I'm sitting doing the stream, it's comfortable. I've got aircon. I can have a beer. I can have a whiskey. It's good fun. But the thing is, I think when you're out in a place like here, like patio, wherever, I know people will say, "Oh, everybody with a camera goes down Soy 6, Soy 7, walking street. You're no different to anybody else." And I'm not trying to be different to anybody else. But the thing is, I'm here, aren't I? I'm here, and I should be out filming whatever's here. It's nice to, walking street guys have been coming at it for years. They know what it's all about. It's nothing new. I'm not showing them something they've never seen before, but it's nice to reminisce, isn't it? You see things. Oh, I remember when I was in that bar. I'll be going back there in a month's time. All that sort of thing. So I don't really care if lots of people have done it before. I haven't done it before. Right, I've got to try and spot my bike here somewhere. Uh, be careful when you park a bike. You just get off it and go, and you don't think about it, and then you come back. There's like 200 bikes there. Right, it's there behind me. Okay, guys, boohoo. Room streams too. Yeah. Okay. Clive, cheers, Peter. Thanks for the stream, matey. Yeah. Mark Canley, all right. Okay, look, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a really nice, cool shower. I'm going to put my equipment away. That sounds a bit dubious, doesn't it? I'm going to I'm going to go back and have a beer. DB Cooper, to heck with the naysayers and saying, let's make money. No one does it like you, Peter. Thank you very much. But that's it, guys. I think let me get my outgoing music ready. Hang on, where are we? Even though I can do this, even though I'm out. Hang on, if I think we'll find it here somewhere. There she is. There she is. Okay, so right, look, it's Beach Road. It's Walker Street. It's 1:30 in the morning Thai time. I don't know where it is where you are. To all the guys who did the super chat tonight, thank you very much. Thank you to Frankel for doing the moderating tonight. Thank you for your contributions. I don't know where I'll be next week, but yeah, okay. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch up with you soon.